I love visiting other car dealerships. In some recent videos, we visited DAG Specialist Cars, GVE London, Sytner BMW in Tring, where we managed to buy one of their part exchanges, and Archie Hamilton Prestige Cars, where we also managed to buy a cheeky little part exchange. And in today's video, we are back visiting another car dealership, VG Performance Cars in Andover, and we're going to be meeting the owner, Rick, who seems to absolutely love a Japanese car. And why am I here? That's simple. I'm here to hopefully buy a bit of stock, and also I want to meet you, Rick, have a chat with you. Yep. See what your background is, see your cars, and listen to your story about being a car dealer, yeah? Where do we start, man? This place is amazing, isn't it?
Thank you very much. Yeah, we've worked very hard. It's a family-run business. Me and my wife started it 5 years ago. I've been in the motor trade all my life, and then I thought, do you know what, I'm gonna have a go myself. And yeah, we've never looked back. We work very, very hard. And
it's hard work, yeah.
It is, yeah, it's hard work, but it's rewarding.
It is rewarding, and you clearly love cars. But you just said you started 5 years ago.
Yep.
But you've been in the motor trade all your life.
Yep.
So what was you doing prior to 5 years ago?
So I used to run basically a used car dealership for somebody. I've worked in main dealers.
Yeah.
As a salesman. So I learned all the ropes from when I was literally 18 years old.
Wicked.
All the way through. And then we had our second child, my little boy Gino.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay,
and
wicked.
that's when I decided, look, I want to have a go at doing it myself. We started from home as a sole trader, basically just gauging it to see if it would work before putting all your eggs into one basket and go, right, do you know what? I need to go out there and fend for myself instead of just doing well, I say a 9 to 5. As a car dealer, you're 7 till 7, and now I'm 10 till 10.
Exactly, never ended.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's good. Our progression is wonderful. We've got excellent customers,
excellent cars.
That helps.
I think that's what we need to talk about, because some of the cars you've got in here, like the cars are actually unreal. You clearly like your Japanese stuff. I don't really know where to start.
I do, yeah.
GTRs.
We love our Jap stuff. I've got a big passion for Japanese cars. I love the 32 GTR.
That particular one is stunning, isn't it?
Yeah, so this particular vehicle here has actually been in the UK for just over 20 years, and the previous owner owned it for 20 years.
No way.
It was garaged all its life. It's done 17,500 kilometres.
Blimey, that's a gem, innit?
And it's still a twin turbo, built by Trust in Japan, running just over 600 horsepower, and it is stunning. Is that a bit of stock then? It is a bit of stock that's up for sale.
So is it like the same as me, everything's for sale? Or do you have your own cars?
Apart from my wife, she's not.
Apart from your wife, got to keep hold of her. That's the only thing that can stay forever. But
that's it.
Everything's for sale, yeah?
Yeah, everything is for sale. We do sort of have cars that we, over time, for sort of good for social media, good for going to car events, car shows. We have had cars that we have, i.e. there's one right behind you that we've sort of sourced and used as our sort of promo car.
Yeah, this is cool. So that's a promo car, but it is also up for sale.
It's up for sale.
It's wicked. It's so cool to meet. You know, this is what most car dealers are like, because we started out, you know, just liking cars, and then you buy and sell, and you want to get into another car. I'm guessing that's how it works out for you.
We never started with this stock. My first ever car that we bought when we started our company was a Corsa VXR.
And that was 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
One car. 5 years ago, Corsa VXR, and now look at where he's at.
Yep.
So VG Performance Cars. Yep. Your name's Rick, yeah?
Yep.
Where's the VG come from?
Victoria and Gino, which are my children.
Oh my God, that's wicked.
Yeah.
That's so cool, isn't it?
Victoria and Gino.
I just saw that and I thought, I was just curious to know.
And it was just off the cuff, basically. Me and the wife sat down, we both own the business together, and we said, what should we call the business if we do open our own business? And I said, VG Performance Cars. And she said, yeah, that's it. And it's now VG Performance Cars.
Yeah, that's nice, that's nice.
What if you have the third child?
There is no free child. That's it. Finito. Owning your own business.
Well, you never know though, it might happen, mate.
It might happen. But we've decided that we've worked hard. Our kids are incredible kids. We love them dearly. They're getting to the age now where we can actually go off and have holidays and not change nappies.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? I know.
It is lovely. You're in the same position.
Yeah, exactly. My little boy's 10 years old, so like, it's nice. But you never know.
I do love a babby.
Yeah, I do as well.
But hopefully, no more.
You can have a rebrand maybe. So
that's it.
Big power GTR, yeah?
So yeah, this one is a car from JM Imports. So this is Jürgen's customer's car.
Okay.
He's actually sent it down to us to sell this for him. So this is called a sale or return car.
Yeah.
It's the only car that's in here which is a sale or return car. And the reason why we said yes, we would do it is because of how stunning it is.
That is stunning.
It's had over £125,000 spent on this car in modifications.
Oh my God. What's the value of it now? How much is it advertised
It's
for?
up for 69,995, just shy of 70 grand.
It's mad, isn't it? These cars cost so much money to build.
Yeah, so this particular vehicle here, he basically built it as a show car. That's what I've been told by JM.
Yeah.
He built it as a show car, then decided to do a fast car. Majority of people in the GTR world either do one or the other.
In the car world,
Behind you, there is a show car. Yes, it is still fast,
Yeah.
but it's not 1,000 horsepower.
No.
So then the guy said, well, actually, no, I want the power to go with it.
So he's got a show car that's running
And
big power.
1,000 horsepower.
That's
it's
crazy.
on air ride, it's got carbon ceramic brakes that were £20,000 option.
I noticed the brakes. I actually noticed that.
Yeah, it's even the interior's retrimmed. So it's actually got the Tiffany blue stitching, which doesn't come as standard on a GTR, to match the engine bay. So when the engine was out, the bay is now a different colour.
That is so
It's
nice.
like
It looks
attention
good.
to detail on
Yeah,
this
I can
car.
see that.
All the carbon that you want, and it actually drives phenomenally well.
Really?
Yeah, they've built a wicked car.
That's wicked.
car.
And then this here, again, I noticed it's got your stickers on the sides.
Yes.
So is this another sort of promo car? Is it?
So this car here, we actually took this in part exchange, and with some cars, like they come in part exchange, you fall for them.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
And definitely in my game, because we see lots of cool cars coming through.
Yeah.
And this particular one came in part exchange. It was in storage for 2 years. And the owner said, look, I just don't get time to use it. It's been built for a track. I don't want to put it on track because he's put so much blood, sweat and tears into it, that he then decided to part exchange it in for something he could drive and enjoy as more of an everyday car and something that's just a weekend toy. I then fell in love with it because it's not something you see every day.
That is lovely.
Yeah.
This was the first car that caught my eye. As soon as I come in and see this, I thought, what? Two-door Scooby, that's a bit of a gem.
It's been built by a well-known Subaru specialist with all the parts from Roger Clark Motorsport. All the fabrication work for the arches as you can see, it's
beautiful.
It's incredible. We then took it to a tucked event. Yeah, came first.
I just saw that.
Yeah, it came first. We didn't even plan on that.
No way.
Yeah, sponsored by Deutsche Tech.
Oh, that's the thing on the your wall in there.
Yeah.
I saw Deutsche Tech on the wall in there. That's wicked.
It. So they voted this car last year best in show.
That's wicked.
And it's just, it's a very, very cool car. We have now priced it very, very competitively to sell. And the next person that
How much
buys
is it advertised for?
I think now it is actually 46,995.
Really?
With the number plate P1 weapon.
It's wicked, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cool.
How are you finding the trades? That's a good question.
It's up and down. It's up and down.
So for you, it started off as a hobby, or I suppose you was a car dealer before, so you've done it with intentions of being a dealer?
Yeah, I did it to basically progress and make a brand. I didn't do it to just become a car dealer just to pay the bills, but it needs to pay the bills.
Of course, yeah.
Because when you get to this level, the overheads just become very expensive.
Yeah.
And you have to employ more staff, you have to run around speaking to other traders.
Yeah.
And just getting the deal done right so that you're not backwards.
You've got to earn money.
We have to still earn money, but we sort of hand pick our cars.
Yeah.
We are very fussy in what we do take in and what we do retail. And that's probably why you're here.
Yeah, that is why I'm here. So you had a car come in part exchange.
I did, yeah.
And you thought, this ain't for me, don't want to retail it.
No, it's not. We actually call it doesn't warrant being in the shed. This is our shed.
Oh, okay.
And it doesn't warrant to come in here.
Yeah.
And it's not the fact that the car's rubbish.
Yeah.
It's just, it's not our level.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying your level's worse. I'm just saying we are.
It's just
very. I've got OCD, so my OCD levels are through the roof. We've got a painter that's very expensive, so if we start repainting things, it becomes too costly, and I will end up throwing my blood, sweat and tears into a car with my love, not my head, and it will become a car that I've spent
crazy amount of money on
crazy amount of money on, and I'll have no profit left.
Yeah.
So some cars we have to say, right, okay, we've taken it in part exchange for X amount.
Yeah.
And if another trader or somebody out there wants to buy it, use it,
you're happy to get it out of the way.
Yep. And enjoy their new bargain.
I must admit, when you sent me pictures, we go out there and have a look at it. When you sent me pictures of it, go on, I'll let you go first. When he sent me pictures of it, I was like, this car is cool, man. This is cool.
You can see it peeking out.
It just looks so good.
You can see it peeking there.
So it is C63 AMG Black Series replica, and it's categorised as well, isn't it?
It is. It's a Cat C back in 2015.
Okay.
Majority of sort of cars that have been modified to this extent are category cars. We can't beat around the bush because, listen, at the end of the day, somebody's had a bit of a knock in the back and decided to do a full Black Series kit on it.
It's almost an opportunity to do it, isn't it? That's what people do. In fact, our M3's over there.
There you go.
So we've done a video recently buying the M3 from Scotland. He was the guy that bought the M3 from us from Scotland.
That was us.
That was you. And then coincidentally, the wheels that were on the car, you're like, how do you want to sell them wheels? And I've got them in the boot of the car now.
There you go.
And we're doing a deal with the wheels as well, aren't we? So,
and we're having the wheels back.
And it's what sometimes I say with the car trade. Where the car trade's brilliant is weather's terrible today, by the way.
Weather's awful.
It is. Where the car trade's really good is traders can work together. There's not really we're not in competition with each other. We can all work together. That's why I say about Enter Reg as a platform. Enter Reg is a platform that brings car dealers together, and it's so good because, you know, trading bits onto other dealers. Some people, you must get bits which
100%
don't suit you. You know, we all get that, and it's like, I don't want to sell this. There must be someone else out there that can buy it, and vice versa. So
the motor trade has changed. So I've been in it all my life, and we all used to have the stigma of, oh, the man down the road selling the car with £200 cheaper, but it's got 5,000 miles more.
Yeah.
He was your competition.
Yeah.
Now, it's not like that.
It ain't like that.
It's not. We have to supply cars for everybody that wants an individual car for us.
Yeah.
And the same goes for any other normal car that you buy, a Ford Focus, a KA. We traded out a Puma this morning.
Yeah.
So that's gone. It's just, that's a normal car for us.
Yeah.
Goes to somebody else, but it's all about what is on the internet at the time for sale.
Yeah,
and if it's the right spec, the right colour for you, the mileage is right, the history is right.
Yeah.
And that's what we do as a brand. We just make sure that everything is ticked. If it's not ticked correctly, then you have to price it correctly.
Price it correctly, that's it.
And it's not that someone down the road has got one £1,000 cheaper, because their car might be worth £1,000 less. It's not until you see a car in person now.
You're spot on. Every car's different. We're dealing with used cars. Like, they are all different.
Yes.
And as long as you price them right, they do always sell.
Yeah, they do.
So this came in part exchange against what?
A GTR.
Oh, really? So you sold a GTR. Customer had this. It must have been their pride. How long did he have it for? I guess it was a he, yeah?
Yes, it was a he. He didn't actually own it for that long.
Oh, really?
No. And he paid a lot of money for it 6 months ago.
Really?
We won't go into the nitty gritty and how much he paid for it, but
a lot more money than you gave part exchange. But then when you took it in part exchange, I suppose you had to buy it safe because you was a bit unsure.
I had to go around the car and see how the other dealers prepped it.
Yeah.
To see if it was worthy of it going into our retail to go into our dealership. It wasn't. And like I said to you just a minute ago, if I put my stamp on it, which I need to sort of stay away from doing because it cost me a lot of money, and we can talk about another car in there, the RS3.
Yeah.
I just end up throwing way too much money into it to make it a showpiece, diamond again, and there'd be no profit left.
So what's the issues with the car?
So
it's been wrapped.
It's been wrapped.
There's a black car underneath.
It's a black car underneath. It's like a pearlescent sort of yellow wrap. In the sun, when we do get sun, it does pop, it looks cool.
It does.
The wheels have got a few marks on them. Tyres all really good.
But with me, where I'm lucky, is I've got social media. And people love to see stuff like this on social media.
And that's why I contacted you, because I think that is for you.
It is. It's definitely my kind of thing.
And it's such a nice thing with the internet and the platforms now.
Yeah.
That before we wouldn't approach people like yourselves because I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And now we do.
Now we do, because we're all on social media.
Yeah, now we're like, oh, Calvin, I've been to your shows.
Yeah.
I've seen the way you work. I've followed you for many, many years.
Wicked, yeah.
And then you think, right, okay, cool. Oh, actually, do you know what? that might be a bit of you.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit of me. I do get excited about stuff like this. It's got
And
the
it
pan
is
roof
cool
as well.
It is cool.
And it's, well, I was going to say, it's got the pan roof, but it's also the performance pack car as well, isn't it?
It is a performance pack car.
Got an LSD.
Yeah, so it's factory LSD, Alcantara steering wheel, Alcantara gear knob. So they did actually do it to a good car.
Yeah, they've done it to a good car. So I'll quickly do the usual stuff. We'll talk about money shortly as well. We're going to pull up the car vertical check and just fly through that with everyone.
Yeah.
As ever, Car Vertical have sponsored this video. We'll link them in the description below. Use my code C63 to get a discount. It's so important you do your checks when you buy any car. Wherever you're buying a car from, so important. You've done your checks when you bought this car, and as with
And to be honest with you, I did actually use Car Vertical.
Wicked.
And the reason why I did that is because I was trying to find the pictures.
This is always a challenge, isn't it? Trying to find pictures of a car that's been damaged is difficult. And Car Vertical, it does show that the car's been damaged on it. If you click that, needs attention. December 2015, it's a Cat C, which back in the day was essentially a Cat S. But it's got no pictures, so we don't actually know what it looks like. And this ain't Car Vertical's fault. Like, the car might not have made it to an auction, it might not have been public, that it had been in an accident, so we don't actually know, unless we peeled the wrap off the car, where it had been hit.
Repaired.
Did you speak to the previous owner? Do you know?
He reckons it's the rear quarter, but that's what he's been told when he bought the car 6 months ago.
Someone watching this might know. We actually went through the history, funny enough, just now, and the car, I don't know if it used to be in Luton, it was from Luton, or someone a trader had it in Luton, but there's an MOT in the history saying it was MOT'd at a garage that I know in Luton. So if anyone knows anything about this car, the background of it, it'd be interesting to know, because it is a cool thing, and just be good to know, wouldn't it? Be good to know the story, because someone spent a lot of money on it.
A lot of money, yeah. A lot of money's been spent.
A lot of time.
Yeah, and the thing is, it still sounds epic.
Yeah,
it looks cool.
Such a shame about this weather.
Yeah, this weather is awful.
Yeah, if the rain's annoying, it is what it is, but the AMD's a subject to hand. Let's have a look at values. So, how much you give for it part exchange?
14.
You give 14 grand for it, yeah? WC11 LZY, 75,000 miles. The book valuation, according to Auto Trader, is just over 14 grand, funny enough. So I can see how you found 14 grand as a value.
Yeah, we saw it as that sort of value because just of what's on the market at the moment, for sale.
Yeah.
We've looked at the market, there's some really, really good HPI clear ones that are 40,000 for sale.
Yeah.
There's another Cat repaired one that's 25,000.
But there's just nothing out there like that, is there? There's nothing
No,
you can
it's
compare
hard
it
to compare. Like, I think it's very, very good value for money. Obviously, being in the motor trade, I've dealt with C63s from when we could afford to buy our first one.
Yeah.
We probably now sold in the region of 15, 20 C63s over the 5 years.
Yeah.
So I know the C63 market, and it has crashed.
Yeah.
But I think it's become very, very affordable.
Good value for money, isn't it? Look at that car for the money.
Yeah.
You know, this rain is actually, I wonder if it is, or hopefully it's not a problem. It probably is. But yeah, they're good value for money. We'll wander back into the showroom just in case.
Yeah, just as the rain, innit?
So, and another thing, I always say, don't buy a car in the rain, guys, yeah? It's not ideal. I haven't even had a chance to have a look over the car because it's just chucking it down.
But I did send Calvin a wicked walk around video.
You actually did?
Because I like to be transparent with dealers because I know how busy you are, I know how busy we are. We're in the same game.
Yeah.
I do not want to be traveling miles and miles and to waste anybody's time.
No, I appreciate that, yeah.
And we do that with our customers as well. We're sort of really transparent. We do wicked walk around videos on the cars.
Yeah.
We will just go the next level because we know everyone's busy.
Transparency, it just works.
It works, yeah, and it's key in business, I think.
Yeah, I think it is. Definitely.
Selling the cars that we sell.
Yeah.
So we've got the Ruby Stone Porsche GT3.
That's such a nice thing as well, isn't it? You've got some lovely cars here.
Thank you. And we're proud. We're really proud of
I can see that. You love it, don't you?
Yeah, I love it.
You love it. Well done. I think it's amazing that you started off with one car and you're here now with all these amazing cars around you. You and your wife, you've worked hard. You had a couple of kids in the meantime as well, or during that process.
Yep.
And you know, you've just relocated to this unit here as well.
We have, yeah.
So you've upsized.
Yep.
It's a lovely unit as well. I know you said there's a few things that are niggling you, but it's a lovely unit. It's a wicked location. You've got some amazing stock. You're clearly doing a good job.
got your detailing bay. It's wicked, man.
Yeah, it's lovely here, and we're very fortunate to have this place. And I think we'll be here for many, many years.
Yeah.
And it'll be.
You'll outgrow it, and you'll need a bigger site. And
yeah. Well, I think we're already done it.
You actually have.
We haven't been here 2 minutes.
It's mad, isn't it? It is mad. Cars are a pain like they're just so big. You could do with stacking them all on top of each other.
Yeah, that could be the next step.
Cool. So yeah, guys, I'll link our vertical in the description below. I'll link your dealership in the description below as well.
Brilliant.
For anyone who wants to reach
you.
out for your Instagram or whatever. And 14 grand, yeah.
It's yours.
Deal. Sorted. Done. Right, guys, so yeah, I bought myself a C63 AMG fake black series. When he sent me the video, I thought this is a wicked car for the channel. I've actually got no idea what I'm going to be doing with it, but there's that saying, one man's rubbish is another man's gold, and I can't help but get excited about this sort of thing. I might just sell it as a project car. I did think about putting it on Planet of Dreams. I don't know. I might tidy it up and maybe peel the wrap off. I ain't got a clue, but I just couldn't ignore the excitement. Kai's gonna love it as well. I showed Kai the pictures of it and he's like, Dad, that looks unreal. So I'm gonna jump in it now, gonna head home in it. Obviously in today's video, we ain't done a drive of it, so it would be ideal, but the weather's terrible. I've started the engine, listened to it, I've not driven it yet. Again, not ideal, not test driving the car when you're buying it, but he's a friend in the trade. It'll be fine, all right? So I might do a first drive video in it. Make sure you hit subscribe for that.
Unfortunately, guys, there'll be no first drive in the C63 because I got the car back to Bin Car, advertised as an unfinished project car. We've got a crazy amount of interest in it and it's sold straight away to a subscriber of the channel. But do make sure you hit subscribe because on Wednesday I've got a wicked video coming where I buy something else that's also quite interesting.